Hello guys, this is Munyon bringing you another audio commentary from Gosu Gamers. We have SKT1 versus CJ Entus. We are on set number 4. SKT1 has amassed 2 points, and CJ Entus is looking to keep their hopes alive in this 4th set. They send out Movie, the young Protoss, against Fantasy, of course. The Terran from SKT1. I want to apologize for the last game. They showed I Love Uvi, and I thought that it was Boxer. So I'm sorry. I know these players, and I know what they've done for the game, and I know that I Love Uvi and Boxer have both taken Fantasy under their wing to carry on the SK Telecom 1 line, the Terran line. I don't see them very often because they don't play. So my visual recognition is off. So I'm sorry. I'm sure there's some guy who heard me saying that was Boxer when it was actually I Love UV and was just cringing. So that guy, I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to get started here on God's Garden. Up in the top left position is going to be Fantasy, the yellow Terran. Down here at the bottom right is going to be the green Protoss. That's Movie. Movie is this Protoss. He's kind of a young guy. He's been doing really well. He's not really well. I like him. He's a solid Protoss. He's in that kind of good player range. He's up there with like Harang 2 and Batco. I feel like he's in that bracket. One of the good players, not the best, but good. And I've seen him play some really good games. So I have faith in Movie that he can keep the hopes for CJ Entus alive in this matchup. That was a picture of that guy. They're so... Oh, I love the Korean commentators. They're so fun. And then, of course, we have Fantasy over here, who has he's such a good player, but he just gets unlucky. He's made 2 silver medals in the OSL. That sign says, look over here. And that sign says something. I can't wait to finish learning my Korean so I can start reading these. There's an anime guy. He's all angry. So, Fantasy, learning the ropes from I Love Uvi and Boxer. And if you gotta pick somebody to learn the ropes from, I would pick those guys. For sure. Fantasy's been on kind of a downturn ever since the OSL. I feel like he hasn't been doing as well since the OSL. And Movie's going to come in here for a really quick expansion in the front door of his base. Usually, if you're going to see a fast expo, you'd like to see it kind of in the back area that God's Garden allows you to expo to. You can kind of protect it. But against Terran, a lot of Protoss like to expand up here in the front because there's that cliff side and the backdoor expansions that you can just drop. There's Much with his death eyebrows. Oh, God, I love Much's eyebrows. I think Much uses his eyebrows to keep his APM up. I think he uses those to type on the keyboard. His eyebrows are beastly. Anyway, Protoss like to expand to the front door just because against Terran like to drop siege tanks on the cliffside and can harass your kind of hidden expansion really easily, and it's frustrating. So, but then your expansion's in the front door and you can't really hide it or protect it as well. So it's give and take. And Fantasy is going for this really, really wide wall in. Kind of an epic wall in. And he's only got 1 SCV on gas, as the observer pointed out. So, interesting move from Fantasy. We'll see what he does with that. I'm interested to see what he'll be doing. Movie's getting 2 gates up and a side core. And if it was just 1 base, I'd be guessing a 10-15 push, but he's got another base up, so this will be some kind of deviation from that. Movie is just now scouting out, and Fantasy's going to come in here and put down a bunker right next to the expansion. He's going to come in here and try to stop this before he can get up. So Movie's going to try to shut down this expansion before he can get up, and meanwhile he's going to go ahead and expo himself in the back door. So clever move by Fantasy, going to try to harass this expansion and put up his own at the same time. He's got a very extensive wall in over here. Look how epic that is. Doom, doom, doom. So I can't. I want to get a shot of that bunker. I don't know if anything got inside. I don't know if he pulled the SCV off of it. I didn't see any Marines headed toward it, so I think he was just kind of half attempting to stop that expansion. Show me, observer. Show me. There's the SCV. So I don't think it's doing much. Show it. Show it. Click right now. Boom. Okay. So he canceled it. I saw probes harassing it, but I didn't know what was going on over there. Jeez Louise. If I could control the mouse, I would have been all over that side. So nothing researching from the machine shop yet. So we'll see what Fantasy decides to do. This map is so huge. These early kind of pushes, you usually see these economic games because these early pushes are so difficult, especially in the cross positions like this. You got to cross the entire map to get over here. Expansion's done for Fantasy, and of course with his perfect timing on the transfer, he's going to get his workers over there right on time. They punch in their little punch cards, just like Fred Flintstone. Yeah, oh wow, almost getting in there with the barracks lifted. Movies of the clever little guy. So, expansion's up for both players. The only strange thing we've seen so far is the SCV mining, only one SCV mining gas from Fantasy. So we'll see where things go from here. We've got Starport with the control tower up, so we're going to be seeing dropships coming out. We saw this earlier from Sky High, and he did very well with it. So we'll see if Fantasy can pull off the exact same thing. I imagine he can. Fantasy's really good. He's a skinny guy. I don't know if you've ever seen him get up. But when he gets up and starts walking away, he is so skinny. It makes me feel good because I am a tiny, tiny guy. I feel like me and Fantasy have that kind of a bond. We have a skinny bond. We can go out and eat skinny food, French fries and pretzel sticks, and slip through jail cell bars and do crazy things as skinny people do. Fantasy's really skinny. Cal is so tall. He's like 6'5". Anyway, Fantasy's over here. He moved his vultures down here. He's going to pick them up on the way down. Movie's got some scouting up, but Fantasy positioning his dropship right between Movie's scouting probe and scouting pylons. He's going to come down here, lay down a mine, so no reinforcements can try to get through. He's going to come in here, get a bunch of probe kills. 2 Dragoons are